You have a group of 125 guys in the room. And, you know, I just told them what happened, and also told them that I'm going to be around another month. You know, we don't need to get all crazy and emotional tonight, but I just told them the things that I mentioned before. Everybody needs to. It's just kind of like when we went through that stretch in October where things weren't going well, and you got a group of people, men, coaches, players, everybody having a lot of emotion, a lot of different emotions, you know. And I told them, I said, you all know how you feel right now, okay? And I don't know how everybody feels, but everybody knows how they feel individually. And I said, so what we're going to do today is talk about how we need to act. Because you may feel a certain way, but you need to act another way. And you may feel a certain way about how the season was going, but we need to act this way to right things, make things right, and to handle adversity the right way. And the same thing basically was true last evening. I said there's a lot of emotion, a lot of things that are going on, but let's talk about how we need to act in this situation, you know, to do the right thing and to help them prepare for the rest of their careers here and their futures beyond that. But I'm sure after that last game it'll be a little different. That'll be, I'm sure, a lot more emotional for me personally.
Mark, by nearly everyone's account, you did it the right way. You were the ultimate ambassador for this university, second winningest head coach in the history of the school, averaged nearly 10 wins a year. Why do you think you're out of a job?
Yeah. Well, I just think that I think 15 years is a long time, and I think that the expectations have been built to the point where if you don't win a championship, it's kind of miserable around here. And I mean, when we don't make it to Atlanta, I'm miserable. I'm miserable too, you know. And I've always said that I respect our fans. I love our fans. I respect the media. I love a couple people in the media. No. I mean, I love everybody, quite frankly, but and I know everybody's got a job to do, but you know, our sport is a very passionate sport, and it's a very public sport. You know, the jobs that we do, everybody seems to have an opinion on it, but you can't have all the excitement and the cheering and all that without the other. I mean, if things don't go the way people want them to go, I can understand them being disappointed, and I can understand them thinking there's a better way and all that kind of thing. I respect that, and I think it got to the point where there wasn't enough confidence that my leadership could get it done, and that's the prerogative of you know, the people in charge, and I understand that.
Greg, along those same lines, was this about winning championships and how long it has been since they've been won here?
No, I mean, again, I don't want to get into detail of a conversation that Mark and I had. That's between us. So there are a lot of things we talked about, and so I'll just leave it at that.
Coach, you seem very at ease, and maybe more so than you have been in a while. Can you just talk about how you feel about this and maybe the opportunities?
Well, like I said a minute ago, 33 years straight, that's a long time. And it's just a very busy life. There's not many breaks in the action. And you know, the term people have said, you know, the days are long, but the seasons go fast. They really do, and before you know it, your life's flashed before your eyes. And when you sit in the head coach's chair, it's like, I mean, it might be times 10. I mean, you think you know, but you don't know till you get there, and it can, I mean, over time it can wear you down a little bit, and so the weight of a lot of the responsibility that I've had for a long time is gone. It's not totally gone. I have a responsibility between now and the bowl, but there's certain things that I'm really not responsible for anymore. It's just, for example, the recruiting. I mean, I was about to go 14 days straight, and what happens in recruiting is you got 9 guys out there, and they're just waiting to grab you. You know, somebody's going to pick you up at 5 a.m. and keep you till 3 in the afternoon, and then another guy's going to grab you and wear you out till about midnight. You get to the hotel maybe at 1, and then at 5 a.m. you're ready to go for the next guy to grab you. And and I'm being facetious to a certain degree, but I mean you just go and go and go and go, and that's just one aspect of it. So the responsibility for the student athletes, all the academic responsibilities, all the decisions that have to be made in strength and conditioning, and I mean it's just such a huge job that a lot of the weight of that job is not there right now. And but the other thing is, just like I said before, I really want God's will for me, and I'm really at peace that it was part of His plan. You know what I mean? So I'm really just excited about what's coming down the road, and I want to continue to try to be as obedient as I can be to the Lord, to God, and see where He has Catherine and I. But we're both at peace. We know we've been blessed abundantly at Georgia. I mean, let's face it, 15 years at a major institution, an SEC school, just to get the job to begin with was kind of a miracle, so we're thankful, we're blessed.
Greg, what's your reaction to some of the maybe backlash following this decision from some of the fan base?
I expected it. I think decisions of this nature are very difficult. Our fans are passionate. Mark has tremendous support. I mean, obviously, with the way Mark connects with people, sure. I mean, I've been the recipient of emails on both sides. So it goes with the territory. I understand it. I wish I could respond to all of them, but that may take some time. But I understand it. It just goes with the territory of being in a leadership position.
Greg, will you, I apologize for a question on the search,
Yeah.
but will you hire a search firm, and will you consider anybody other than sitting head coaches?
Yeah, I'll retain the services of a search firm in some capacity, and I think the job is wide open.
Coach, do you have a bowl preference, and how do you want the Mark Richt era of Georgia football to be remembered?
Well, I don't have a preference. There's a lot of great bowls out there. Greg and I were talking briefly about that on the way over here, and so I think the bowls are just starting to kind of crank up and try to figure out who's going to go where and all that. I'm just thankful we're going to a bowl. Really, it's a great experience. I'm glad we get a chance to play one more game. I'm glad I'm going to get a chance to be with the guys, here for another month or so. And I really would love for our seniors to get that 40th game. It's a benchmark that not a lot of guys get a chance to have, and part of it is the fact that we play 12 games now and all that. It's not like in Coach Dooley's day, when they went 40 in his day, that's pretty exceptional. But how do I want this to be just that he loved Georgia, and he did it the right way, and he did it hopefully in such a way that it was well pleasing to the Lord.
Coach, what's your proudest accomplishment from your time coaching here, and then what's one thing that you wish you could do differently? Yeah,
proudest accomplishment, I think just watching guys leave here ready to be a man. And when I say that, just ready to be a good husband and a good father and a good citizen of our country, and hopefully a leader. I think we're void of some leadership in certain areas around our communities, and I think that's what excites me the most, to think that I had a part to play in that. And then what was the other question?
Something differently.
Differently? I think the only thing that I really miss hands-on coaching, the coaching of the quarterbacks, the calling of the games, the plays. I think I missed that. When I turned it over to Mike Bobo, he was more than ready to do it and did an unbelievably good job, in my opinion. But at the time, I guess the combination of the weight of the job and feeling like if all you do is coach quarterbacks and call plays, you can spend your whole offseason just coaching ball. You can spend your whole offseason going to visit people and get new ideas and all that kind of thing. And I found as a head coach, there just wasn't as much time to do that. There was always this to do and that to do and this to do and that to do. In season, people don't really expect a lot from me in regard to speaking engagements or being here for this or that or the other. But as soon as the season ends, everybody's like, well, coach is free. He's not doing anything, so let's see if we can get him to help us out here and there. And I enjoyed doing a lot of those things. But you don't really have the time, in my opinion, that you need to do it. But if I had to do it again, or if I'll go, I won't say so much going backwards as much going forward. If I do decide to coach again, that especially as a head coach and trying to do these things, which I would want to do, I just got to make sure there's enough support around me to handle certain things, and then also let people know on the front end, hey, I'm gonna be coaching in the off season too. I'm gonna be preparing to get us ready for the season, and just get the expectations where everybody understands them on the front end. When I first came in, I'd never been a head coach. I didn't know anything. I knew a little bit. Looking at Coach Dooley over there, but there's a lot of things I just didn't know. I didn't know the Georgia culture. I didn't know a lot of things, and so